going to take a look at the Flashpoint Aquaman. So again, he'll have the interchangeable fists, swimming hands, and his trident. So
wow.
Brand new take on Aquaman for the line.
Nice.
I think we've shown Simon Bass before. He will be coming out as well. So as you've seen, we've got Jessica Cruz now. We've got Kyle. We've got John. We've got Simon. Building out a core.
Katana.
Oh, and then continuing with building out some teams, we wanted to get to Katana, and when we talked about the character, there's not a ton of deco on her, so what are we going to do? And we did that head and the black and the red together. They just pop so well. And when we got the Paint Master, I think we just got it a week ago, we just stood there staring at her. Like we got the idol out of the box and just look at this thing. We're walking around showing it to everybody because she's really cool. So we're excited about her.
She's a great looking figure, so it'll be great to get her in the line.
And these new Rebirth designs are beautiful. We're really enjoying them a lot. They work really well for product.
Beast Boy, so we mentioned he will be coming out in the line. This is again a production piece, not a paint master. Oh, that's a sneak.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd love to. So I'm a big Teen Titans fan, and we have never ever done Mammoth. And when we were talking about who could we do as a Build-A-Figure, so we don't know when he'll come out and which wave he'll come out, but so we need to do Mammoth. Can we please do Mammoth? Please do Mammoth. They said yes, we would do it. I want a Mammoth figure.
I want a Mammoth.
Yes. So and he's so dreamy. I mean, I get lost in those eyes. And I'm a big fan of beards. I mean, he's the coolest bearded guy they have. But, and he's an update, though. So you're looking at him, he's like, he kind of looks like the old Kilowog figure. He is and he isn't. We've updated the articulation in him to get him all the things we're promising on the other figures. Double knees, rockers, things like that. So we had to find an old figure, send it to the Horsemen so they could take a look at it, and they did a completely new sculpt. So it's really fun.
Yeah, it keeps everything that worked, and then it upgrades everything that needed a second pass, that deserved a second look.
And he's massive.
And he's huge, as you guys will see in the booth after the panel. Oh, super sneak peek. Black Lightning from the TV series. So
yeah.
Interchangeable lightning hands. The goggles will be clear molded so that you can see his eyes through them. So really excited about this guy. Been working really closely with Warner's to deliver a cool, super articulated Black Lightning.
Okay, some more sneak previews.
Let's talk about these.
Thank you. Okay, so two of my favorite characters when I was a kid were Ray and Tim Drake. And Red Robin is a character I've wanted to do in his 90s costume, Robin, and the Rebirth design is very similar, so I thought, wow, this is the time to do it. And you're getting a lot of new parts on this guy. The boots, the gauntlets, the hands, the lower torso, upper torso, because we needed a cave trap, and the head, and he's coming out really awesome, so look for him soon. Really building out the Batman family. We wanted to have the whole family together.
And it seems like there's something pretty key to that family we're missing. So, next slide.
We've never done. And
yes!
Right?
Finally!
Finally? Right?
Thank you!
You're welcome.
Awesome!
There's a young man whose name is also Jason, who's been sending me messages on Instagram, Twitter, and he's the world's biggest Red Hood fan. And he's been asking friends of mine who didn't even work on the brand to tell us to please do Red Hood. And I said, can we please do this figure for this boy? And he really wants it. And so it was my wish to please. It was my duty. I felt that it was my responsibility to deliver this figure for him. So we have interchangeable heads. He does come with his pistols. The pouches are new on the hips. The lower legs are new, the feet are new, I mean, the arms are practically new, everything. Yeah, we're really, really excited to finally bring this character to life in our line.
Yeah, so, exciting. I mean, this is really cool to build out the Batman family with Red Hood. And I think...
So that's for you, Jason.
That brings us to the end of the deck. What do you guys think?
Yeah! VC's back!
Have some time for you guys to ask questions, but before we do that, I believe the horsemen can hear us now, so let's check in. CB, Eric? You guys hear us? Yes?
We can hear you.
All right, we can hear them. Good. You guys ready to take some questions? Maybe? All right, so we are going to go ahead and, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask about what we've seen today, you know, anything else relating to the brand, there's a microphone right in the center. We might have prizes for people that ask questions, if that's incentive for you to stand up. So
that's not my sample. That's not my sample.
Go ahead and line up behind the microphone, and we'll go ahead and start things off. Good. All right, let's do it.
Hello.
Hi.
I love your figures. I really love that you're doing a lot of the female figures. The only thing I ask, I have bought the Atomica and Mattel figures. Reinforce the joints, especially around the elbows. My figures, they just broke off as soon as I brought them out of the package. Just reinforce some of those joints. I love the figures, but once they come out, you got to kind of can't really play with them too much.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, just that. Plus, and I also love the Multiverse figures. I want to see Chris Reeve or George Reeves figures. I mean, I want to see reissue the 1990 Flash. That's really hard to find right now.
it is coming back out.
Yeah,
and
really nice figures.
And totally agree with you on Superman.
Oh, yeah,
Totally.
66, and the 66 figures also from Batman. Love to see some of those. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, check Amazon. I know that Flash is at retail price right now. It's not third party, so
It's
check
really hard to find.
Yeah, I hear you. I love that figure. It's great.
Hi, my name is Joey. So much like that guy Jason, there's one character that I've been wanting since the beginning of the line, and I know you can't really talk if it's happening or anything, but is there at least any design work or anything or an idea? My name's not Granny, but I've always wanted Granny goodness.
Well, we've been talking about Granny. I won't say anything more than that, but we have been talking about Granny at the office.
If it adds anything, when everybody found out I was hosting this panel, do you know how many messages I got that said, make sure you ask them about Granny?
About Granny Goodness.
Yep.
See, there you go.
Yep.
I know Eric at the Horseman has been dying to do that figure for a long time, so yeah, we would love to see her in line too. So
All right, thanks.
she's always with us, always in our hearts. What the hell?
There is obviously a character that I would love to get. I'm sure you can guess who it is. But actually, my real question was, we've seen more and more of a proliferation of vehicles and dioramas throughout the toy industry. Is that something that you guys have considered at all that we might be seeing in the foreseeable future?
That is something that we looked at. I know for our Justice League movie line, we did do a Multiverse Batmobile. And, you know, that kicked off some ideas around the office, so we have been talking about it, yes. Yes.
But
what
seriously,
what kind of a display would, like one quick thought, what would you kind of like to see?
I mean, I honestly, the vehicle's neat, but I'd love to see like a Batcave or like an Ace Chemical Plant backdrop or like Joker's Toy Company or a Justice League Hall of Justice. Anything like that would be awesome. You could kind of do the backdrop.
Cool. I like that too.
And seriously, pig.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Hey. Well, we were talking yesterday about possibly Wonder Woman was such a huge hit on screen, and going back and the fact that Ares was based on a pre-production, and Dr. Poison didn't get a figure at all, and Multiverse, the movie stuff's been doing so well and stuff. But I was wondering if you guys, if there is like a back pedal that while you guys are getting to like a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman or something, or a Christopher Reeve Superman, that there is going to be like a Dr. Poison or a fixed Ares or.
Well, so part of the reason the signature line exists when we introduced it was to try to stopgap that. You know, the Multiverse movie waves try to be pretty extensive and deep, but there are a couple characters that we've missed here and there. So I'd say the possibility definitely, like we were talking, the possibility definitely exists.
And I want to say
she was a cool design.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And I want to say thank you for the Aquaman set. That's really cool. I like seeing more and more comic-based characters that are not necessarily Superman and Batman related because they're so heavy. And I would love it when like a Wonder Woman movie comes out or an Aquaman movie comes out, that there is actually like a comic assortment just for them. So you get like a Silver Swan or like an updated Giganta or something along those lines, and get more of those characters out there in line, because now you got the pull with the movie, you know?
Yeah, we want to.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, what we're trying to do with Aquaman is show that there's a rich history in this universe, and there's the awesomeness of tomorrow, and there's the wonderfulness of yesterday, and they're both equally great. So,
and yes, I'm Tim Drake. Yes.
So the Aquaman display is fantastic downstairs. I even wore Aquaman chucks to my wedding, so that was my personal favorite thing to me. So, but the biggest question I had is the Build-A-Figures the Trench creature. Have you guys given thought yet to maybe doing a multi-pack of that so we can army build it?
We have. Good idea. Yeah, we have. I mean, looking at that case come together, it makes a big argument.
I was like, I need about 20 of them.
Well, we did try to keep the wave small, so it's only 4 figures.
Hey guys,
thank you.
Everybody's asking really good questions. A lot of those questions have been answered as we're going through the line. But I think one, I started collecting DC Universe Classics when the line first started.
Cool,
and
thank you.
I've got like my kids who are, like they want to play with my toys. I think we did DC Superheroes, the little $10 ones you can find at Toys R Us and Walmart. They like those a lot too, but then that line ended. The question really is now is, are you going to, down the road, eventually re-release some of those figures, possibly with the updated, crotch that you guys did? We call it, what are the DCUC crotch pits? Everybody's referring to them as, they're improved. That's a great name for it, sure. But will you guys be releasing some of those older figures, like I see that you did Kyle Rayner and stuff like that, and John Stewart, which I have the old ones of?
We might. We've actually got a couple lines that we're not showing here today because this is multiverse based. We've got the big Batman 365 line that's coming out. We've got a Justice League line that's coming out. So I think a lot of those characters will be present. Maybe not necessarily DCU Classics form.
Okay, so you're going to revisit it eventually down the road.
Yes.
Do you have a character in mind? Do you have someone in mind that you're just like,
well, you had the connect figures like Kilowog and Nikiro and stuff like that. Those type of figures, I'm like, okay, it's really hard to get a hold of them back then, finding the individual pieces.
Sure.
But mainly that line, and of course, like you did the Aquaman SDCC, so that's kind of like a throwback to stuff that was out already. So, I mean, I'm just curious if you guys are going to visit it and say, okay, it's the same cost.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we've already done with different deco, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
I think yes. The short answer. I gave a long answer before. The short answer would be yeah. We like to revisit things, so definitely.
All right. Well, thanks, you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Clarence.
Hi. How are you?
I actually wanted to say a good comment about the Batman Ninja action figure.
Great.
I like the look of the swords and the armor.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You guys did a good job.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I mean, we really appreciate hearing that. I mean, we love these characters. We love these figures, and folks,
I don't
we
really
did a good job. That's great.
I don't really collect the DC figures, but I've thought about it. I've seen them like at Target or Walmart.
That's great. You're finding them.
Yeah.
That's great. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. That's very nice of you.
Hey guys, two things. Any life still in the Justice League action line?
I think there are 3 figures that are still coming that I know of for sure. So there is a little life, yes.
Right. You mentioned social media. Any thoughts on bringing back a fan poll?
I think we might. I know we've been talking quite a bit. Gentleman's been championing social media. Mostly.
It's the one part of technology I do like.
Yeah. So,
Thanks.
So yes to both.
All right, can I interject real quick with a question? I feel bad that Julian's sitting down here not doing anything. So, I understand you're a huge collector yourself of DC stuff.
Yeah.
Does anything stand out to you today? Anything that you're extra excited for or want to add to your collection?
No, when we start working on these so far in advance, it's always great to see how they evolve and to see people's responses to them. It's, like I said, just this long process that seems to take forever. And when we see them, I thought, oh my God, didn't that come out like a year ago? No, it just came out. Oh, man, that was a long time ago. So, I mean, you guys are slow.
Thank you.
All right, more importantly, what's Ollie dressed as this year?
Ollie is handsome. Our French bulldog is dressed as Shazam this year.
He's sitting over here in the front row. You guys have to see this. It's amazing.
Try to say hello.
Is he sleeping?
Oh, there we go.
There
he is. All right, sorry to hijack the Q&A.
Oh, the Aquaman display. This looks like you're visiting the aquarium. It's awesome, but is there going to be a Doom Patrol series for the TV show coming out?
Holy smokes, that would be amazing. Yeah, we love Doom Patrol. We love Doom Patrol.
We're big Doom Patrol fans.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about it yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. So, trying to figure out how to tool up a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Is there any plans to do any more CW figures besides Black Lightning?
I believe there's at least one more in the waves that we've got planned so far. So, yes.
And can you say which ones?
No. I'm a terrible teacher.
And he tried.
I mean,
Well done, Bill. Well done.
Lightning always follows.
Hi there. Hi, Jason here. Not that Jason. The other.
Hi, Jason. My name's Jason too.
Oh,
we have the same name.
Yeah, last year you guys really caught me by surprise by the Justice League remote control Batmobile. Really loved it when it first released. I got it, and
we were trying to surprise you. We had you.
It worked. It really worked. I'm also a huge fan of the older Batman movies. Is there any chance that we'll see more like something in line with that, with the 1989 Batmobile, like a remote control?
I've been asking for that.
Yeah, like my own wallet's right here.
Yeah, we'll talk after the panel.
Well, and there's an anniversary coming up.
Thank you.
Of that film as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm a huge Titans fan too, and I was hoping for any progress on naming it Disco Nightwing. Am I the only one?
No, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
You know, there's a Titans TV series coming up too. There's a lot of noise about.
Yeah, there is going to be a lot of Dick Grayson in the line. I don't know that Disco is going to happen this year.
Yeah. All right. I mean, thank you. Thank you for your question.
Okay.
Hey there.
Hi.
Question. The DC Universe Classics line, I love that line. It was great, but unfortunately it ended kind of abruptly. And there were some teams that came real close to being completed, but they just didn't quite make it, like the Justice Society. You know, is there any chance we could see the more Golden Age type, like Johnny Thunder or Mr. Terrific, finish up the JSA?
It's definitely possible. I mean, we were just talking in the booth yesterday about Johnny Thunder and Mr. Terrific, because I like fair play. I may have taken your question. and Johnny Quick, Liberty Bell, etc. So
All-Star Squadron? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
If you were going to do Johnny Thunder, hypothetically, if you were going to do one, would you include the Thunderbolt?
I think you'd absolutely have to.
Yeah.
And if we figured out the Thunderbolt, we'd probably figure out Negative Man in the process.
One last question. You were talking about vehicles a little earlier. What about classic, like the Legion Time Bubble, the Whirly Bat? Have you thought about things like that? Is that possible?
We had been looking more at larger vehicles and environments, but I think the Cosmic Treadmill and Superman's rocket ship were the only two that we had looked at smaller so far.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your questions. Thank you.
Okay, real quick. CB, Eric, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to answer some questions? Because we haven't heard from you much. You guys have been working on DC with Mattel for a long time. So is there anything that stands out that's particularly exciting for you guys to get to work on with the new stuff?
You mean of the stuff that was shown today, or things that we want to do still?
Oh, well, either way, or if you want to go ahead and just like blow everything and tell everybody what's going on.
Now the connection works?
Yeah, what are you guys hoping to work on?
We've always talked about it. We're big New Gods fans. So anytime there's a chance for one of those characters to come in, it's always exciting.
Granny goodness.